Okay, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of WrestleSlam, the podcast brought to you by Manscaped.com and the Macau Casino, Cork City, proudly produced by the man, Phil Connolly, and Sports Matters TV. We've got a brand new show, as always, every week, and we're joined by a special guest, a girl that we know quite well in Cork and on the Cork scene, a massive dark horse fan of wrestling when it comes to local wrestling and, you know, worldwide wrestling. MEGAN CRONIN in the house. Meg, we hope you're well. Thank you for joining us today. And yet again, we have our regulars, Phil Connolly and Matt Murphy. Now, guys, I think it's only fair to say there's a bit of tension in the air in regards to Randy Orton, and that's what we're going to start the show with today. Randy Orton, there's rumors he's going to retire. There's rumors he's going to announce that he's not going to retire. We don't know what's happening yet. Apparently, he's training. Apparently, he's been told by doctors then, and another story that he's not supposed to wrestle again. Phil Connolly, I'm going to go to you first, my man. Is Randy Orton about to retire on Raw tonight, or is it the case of he's back and he's saying, look, I've got to be cautious?
Oh, it's a really tough one because he surely wants one more run at least. I don't think he'll retire today, but I think he realizes it's coming sooner than he expects it to be. It was weird because he was trending the other day for a weird reason about the Eurovision. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
He looks exactly like your man from the 80s. It was really hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, going back to R, I think he'll struggle to retire because he's not really hit that age. You know, he's still mid-40s. I think he's got another 5 years.
Peak 5 years, yeah.
I think
and like it's 20 years now, like he's at it, you know. I think 2002, 2003 was the year he kind of broke out with Cena and Brock, I suppose, in a sense. But like he's done it all, and I think a lot of us were saying, Matt Murphy, that look, he could surpass Ric Flair and win 16 world titles. It will be very sad if he does retire tonight, but like when you see that graphic and you know someone's not been on the roster for a while, and it's like the picture of Randy Orton on WWE.com, and it's like, shit, not only will you see that, like it's like, oh, it's going to be a retirement, but look, he might surprise us yet. Like, you know, he might just he might stick around. Maybe it's the case of he's saying he's back, but he's down to his last kind of like, you know, bumps.
Yeah, no, I can't see Randy Orton retiring as of yet. I could see him coming out and they're going to make like a whole build-up thing that he was going to have like an emotional announcement, and he's just going to get interrupted. Ideally from I'm just going to think of a random wrestler like Finn Balor or something like that will come out, confront him, telling him to get out of the ring. Then Randy Orton hits him with an RKO, and he just says that I'm not retiring. I still have plenty in the tank, and I'm going to call you out. That's a rough idea from the top of my head, throwing us off guard. I mean, WWE is weird without seeing Randy Orton. I think because Randy, when I was a teenager, Randy Orton was always that ideal villain in the back of my mind. He was always that part of it. And I remember how much I hated him when I was a kid as him being a heel. Looking back on him, like, yeah, it would have sucked if he did just up and leave. So to me, he'll always have a huge part, so I can't see him retiring as of yet. I could see him still going as long as he can. I think he'll pull an edge on this, see how far he can go.
Definitely. Now, Meg, there's no doubt you're a Randy Orton fan. What's your thoughts, first of all, on this news that, look, there's a possibility that Orton might retire. Look, he's back tonight. Maybe he's going to wrestle again. What's your thoughts on Orton? Look, he's been around a long time. He's been on the scene since I'm 14, which is incredible. But like, he's obviously iconic, and it'd be sad if he was to retire, wouldn't
it? Like everyone else, I don't think he's actually going to retire. I do think it's a big announcement. It's going to get interrupted. For me, Randy Orton, I remember growing up and I was like, I really don't like this guy. He just like gets on my nerves all the time. But his entrance song is actually one of my favorite in all of the industry. So I'd miss it a lot. I do think he is going to pull an edge. He'll be like, oh, I'm here, but I've only got a bit left. And then he'll fade out and then he'll come back every few months, just like Edge has been doing. But I think there's still some good left in Randy in a way that, like, I think I'd like to see where the Matt Riddle thing, the RK Bro thing again, because Matt just, you know, came back as well recently. So I'd love to see where that could go. And yeah, I don't know. I'm like, do I want Randy back as a heel or not? I don't know yet. But retirement wise, I don't think it's there. I think he knows. I think he wants to keep going, and especially now, it's a new era after coming around. This past 2 years, really, we've seen a shift in WWE, kind of going back to the Attitude Era a little bit. And I think that's where Randy really came into his own. And I think he's like, right, I'm here again. We're going to do it one more time and we're going to kill it.
Now, Meg and Matt Murphy have planted seeds in my head already. Phil, Matt reckons it's going to be an ambush or something's going to happen. He's going to be interrupted. Meg is saying pretty much the same thing. Does Matt Riddle come out tonight and does Randy Orton turn on him? Or is there a feud being set up? Or look, is it a case of just retirement? What can you actually see happen if there is, I suppose, someone interrupting? Or is it Matt Riddle and then Randy gives him an RKO?
Wouldn't it be cool to do a Mark Henry on it?
Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah. That would be nice.
I honestly thought he was going to go after Cody Rhodes if he was going to go after anyone.
Yeah. Still unfinished business.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought Cody would win the belt and Orton would come after him, but that's not going to happen. So,
yeah, that could be a good storyline. I think that'll be a little throwback to, if you remember when Randy Orton first won the world title, and Triple H was giving him support, but he did the famous thumbs down.
Yeah,
I feel like that'll be a good storyline with Cody Rhodes. How Randy was there for Cody in the beginning. Cody is going on after the world title, and Randy Orton will try and take him out, as in he's setting his spotlight. That'd be kind of like a good kind of storyline to build from it. It's a nice one.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of talk at the moment, and it remains to be seen. Look, we know tomorrow. Yet again, we record this episode on Monday night, and this show will go Tuesday night. So look, we'll all know tonight on Twitter what will happen. I hope Randy's around for the long run. He's a man I've yet to meet. I'd love to meet him in person. He's really mellowed out. Like, he's always been a great guy in general. Like, you know what I mean. But I think he's hopefully got unfinished business.
He was very much like MJF. If you met him years ago, he would literally tell you to feck off.
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. I've heard stories.
Remember that video where did he punch a guy or something?
No, a guy hit him. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. The journalist guy. Yeah. That's why I've always been cautious around Randy. Yeah.
Snap. Yeah, I can't remember what he said, but I think it was like that time I saw that video and I was like, I don't want to meet Randy Orton just because of that.
Yeah. No, just we have to move quickly to other news. Superstar Billy Graham. There is talk at this moment in time that he's critical. So we just want to say that we hope all the family is well. We hope Billy Graham is okay. No, it's not looking good. Obviously, there's reports. And look, we're never going to speculate, but we hope there is somehow a recovery and that Billy Graham is okay. But the latest rumors, according to numerous, official sources, is that he's on a life support machine. So it's not looking good. But Billy Graham, keep fighting, my man. You're a born fighter, and hopefully you can pull through. Guys, Bray Wyatt's trending at this moment in time. Now, he's trending for all around reasons as usual. And I loved his comeback there a couple of months back, Meg. I thought, I love Bray Wyatt, first of all. I love, the Fiend, he's got great presence. Now, there's talks he's been removed from the roster officially. There's talks that he won't be back. There's talks that reality he's not happy, even though he could have got all the things he could have wanted when he came back. What's your thoughts on this Bray Wyatt talk? What's your thoughts on Bray Wyatt, first of all? And do you think he's got a future in WWE, or does he just need to feck off and go somewhere else?
I think Wyatt is bigger than WWE. I think his persona, his character, his story, everything. I feel WWE, they don't know what to do with him. He's just been wasted, since he came back. Well, the Firefly Funhouse was, I think it was genius. It was, especially in the era of wrestling is in now, all of us who grew up watching it are older, and we do appreciate a bit of a darker humor, and that's what was given to us through Bray Wyatt. But they just don't know what to do with him and his character at the moment. When he first came to WWE, with the lads, I was like, oh, I can take it or leave it, okay. But the way when he went on his own, the way he grew that character, I think was fantastic. I think if he doesn't stay with WWE, it probably is best for him. I just think they're wasting him there. His talents are wasted, and he's such a good talker on the mic, and he's just such a good actor as well for that character. So I kind of hope he stays, because it's great watching. For me, I hope he stays. But I think if he moved elsewhere, possibly to another competitor, I think they could do a better job. No,
I think I agree. Matt Murphy, look, is it fair to say, first of all, fans are starting to get a bit pissed off? We're all invested in Bray coming back. the Uncle Howdy things after disappearing. There was talks about Dallas was going to come back. I know we don't know what's happening. There was this LA Knight thing. There was like that little segment with The Undertaker. And then Bray Wyatt takes a break. Something happens. Personal reasons, I'm not sure. If it was creatively an issue, I'm not sure. But is it like a similar reason with CM Punk? You know, Punk comes back to All Elite. Fucking, it's epic for a couple of weeks. And then Punk goes off the rails. I know we are seeing something similar with Bray Wyatt. Every week he's trending. Every single week Bray Wyatt trends on Twitter. So that's a good thing in the perspective if he's got that fan base. But what's going on with Bray Wyatt? What's going to happen in your opinion, and what will we see in the near future with Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Meg on this one. It's just like you all know that I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan just because of the whole characters he has, starting off with the cult, starting off his cult character, the Fiend, the Funhouse, and the most sincere Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy. Such an amazing storylines that WWE can do, and they just keep on fucking tossing him under the rails. Like when Bray Wyatt first came back, I had my high hopes with him. It was such an unreal build-up with the White Rabbit song teasing out the very last moment of Extreme Rules that he came back. It was just so brilliant. And I just thought, oh, they're not going to affect this up. They're not going to affect this up. They had him in a Mountain Dew match with LA Knight. They just like kept on having him every week doing really nothing, just cutting random promos. And now he's gone back out again. I can't see him come back to WWE. I mean, if he comes back, I'll be delighted, but it's just only a matter of time WWE finds a way to feck him over, or he just needs to step away. So I guarantee if he leaves and if he goes to Impact or AEW, they know who he is. They know how big of a draw he is. He knows how much to bring in fans, so they're going to treat him so well. At the moment, when you mentioned about mental health, I feel like if Bray needs time away, listen to your mental health, just, relax for yourself. But when he does come back, I just hope it's not WWE. They had a chance with him, such an amazing characters, but they somehow fucked up. Like, especially with Vinnie Mac back in charge, like, where that like.
Yeah, no, I agree, Matt. Phil, you've always been charismatic when it comes to Bray Wyatt. Look,
I don't like it.
We're fast approaching the 3rd anniversary of WrestleSlam, guys. And look, first of all, I want to thank everyone for tuning in the last 3 years. It's been a hell of a journey, but look, we can honestly say we've probably done hundreds of episodes, and Bill has always been charismatic about Bray Wyatt.
His name comes up a lot in this kind of debate.
Yeah, it's always a topic, and that's probably for good reasons. That look, we're obviously talking about him. He's obviously able to create that, that trend and that like vibe that we always bring him up on the show. So, like, is it time for him to walk away from?
I can tell you that for a fact because I was only reading a few days ago, WWE have hired some writer to work with just him, so he is coming back. It's only a matter of when.
So he's going to come back, yeah.
I think they removed him from all the roster pages to intrigue, so you don't know where he's coming.
Yeah, look, you're normally spot on with this stuff, Phil. To be fair,
well, if it was me booking him right now, I would put him on NXT, 100%.
Yeah, kind of fucking liven it up a bit.
Well, I put him with the Rock's daughter and the lads.
And do you think Bray Wyatt would be happy to go to NXT?
If the creative was right, he'd probably be happy to do anything.
You think, he doesn't give a fuck.
Like the thing is, 6 months. Himself, 6 months to what's that word? Rehabilitate. I can't say the words. But like
Megan, do you know what word he's trying to say? Megan's very smart.
Rehabilitate.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
He needs that.
It's a woman's world.
Like if he comes to Raw and SmackDown and does that Uncle Howdy thing for the next few months, I don't have an interest in. I'm watching that. I just don't. Like it went on for 6 months and nothing ever happened, and then it just went away.
You're right, but like the only good thing to come out of that really was John Cena and an NWO shirt.
Do you know what? People hated it, but I loved it.
Yeah, I thought that was unique.
You know, it's kind of funny. I look back on that match, and at first I didn't understand it, but I was like, oh wait, they're listening to the fans. They know why John Cena was being so hated. And that's the closest we're going to get to Cena being a heel. Just him rocking an NWO shirt, and I just love it.
There's a few things. Even like Baron Corbin should go back to NXT and be a lone wolf again for 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, he's completely dead after SmackDown.
Oh no, not Barry Corbin, lads. I'm such a big fan of him.
But let's be honest though, they could really revamp NXT with some stars around the fringe. Like Bobby Roode could go back. You could have.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be back anytime soon, from what I read. He's going for a year.
There's a lot of stuff, like, you know what I mean. They could, like, as you say, Baron could go back. You could have Bray Wyatt there.
Oh, there's loads of them, like Dolph Ziggler with Mustafa Ali. There's loads.
Yeah,
loads
but even give LA Knight the title, maybe,
Yeah, that kind of thing. Like, thing is, like, Bray Wyatt comes back on Raw or SmackDown, he'll just be the same thing for a few weeks, and then it's kind of like, okay, where's this going? Unless there's a long-term plan with him, I just can't. I can't get into it. But I can't get into it. Anytime he's in a big match, he loses. I just can't.
Yeah, no, it's hard. Look, we have so little patience these days as we get older in life. Time is
it's not even that. It's just
time is limited. If you're 12 or 13, you're like, I have another fucking 90 years to go. Like, but like when you're like in your 30s or late 20s, it's like shit. Like, I've just watched something for 6 months, and I'm like, what's happened? Has he wrestled? So yeah, look, it's time is valuable. Raw tonight, guys. Look, obviously we know Becky Lynch is going to address Trish Stratus. Trish is looking like her old self, which is great. I think Trish is going to go on a run. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville will challenge Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Battle Royal will determine the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and that is trending for the simple reason there's going to be an underdog story apparently. And the rumor is that Gunther is going to be dethroned of this title in due course. So the rumor has to be somewhat true, somewhat not true. But apparently an underdog is going to win this battle royal. And apparently Gunther's going to drop this belt.
I saw who it was, but I'm not going to say who it is.
Gunther's going to drop this belt in the next few weeks. So obviously he's going to go after Brock Lesnar, go after, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, whoever it could be. But Phil, who is it? Tell us.
Do you want the long story or the short one? I suppose the big thing is there's a battle royal tonight. Mustafa Ali is going to win, which is very, very, very random, but okay. But the long-term goal would be Johnny Gargano to dethrone him. That would be me.
Johnny Gargano, right? Interesting. Now we're going to bookmark that, because normally when Phil says something that happens, and we secretly think, Meg, that he works for WWE. We've always said it. Phil says. Yeah, Phil says things and they just happen all the time.
The biggest one ever was when we were watching, I think it was No Mercy 2004 or 5 with my buddies. And I was like, watch now, Heidenreich's getting out of the back of that limo. I'm telling you. And to be fair, he was gone for ages and no one knew nothing about him.
Yeah. And back then the internet was rare. Back then you went that dial-up internet, like shit was slow. You were waiting 20 minutes for that internet to log up, like, you know what I mean? Phil's always predicting stuff that's normally correct, and I by
the way, Roman Reigns will not be 4 belts Reigns. He will not win that match.
Reigns is another person that just needs to be dethroned and quickly.
I love Roman Reigns.
I'm done. Like, I'm over it. I'm over this bloodline.
So let's get talking, mate. What is it with Roman Reigns that you like and don't like? Is it just, look, it's gone on for so long? Can we have a change, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's just gone on a bit. Like, are we just like, why are we waiting? Are we trying to just set a record that no one else can break in history? I just don't get it. Like, my favorite reigns was obviously was with Seth and Ambrose, Moxley. That was my favorite reigns. And then when this one started, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, I'm loving this. Like, and then it grew and it just went on and on and on. And I'm just like, I'm over it. There's much better people for that title. And I'm excited for the new title, but I'm just like, Reigns' title is always going to overshadow the new one. We're never going to truly believe this is the Raw champ when Reigns is still holding this bloody title. It's so frustrating. And like, Seth has to win that title.
Yeah.
He has to win it. If WWE listen to the audience, then it's Seth. But also, Rollins shows up, and he's the guy we love to hate or hate to love, or whatever side of the fence you're on. So I could see him not winning it, and go for some other ones or build up a rivalry. Because as we said, we think Wyatt's come back. We don't know when. Orton could come back and decide, you know what, I'm going to fight for this title, and that gives Orton something to do when he comes in, and maybe it's against Seth. Who knows? But Reigns' thing, it needs to end. That reign needs to end totally, completely.
Oh, if I was booking it, I'd have another way to go. Yes.
Bill, give us your view on it.
It should always be the hottest guy, and they don't have a guy that's hot enough. Like, there's one Breaker who could get there, and he could.
I'm just gonna flat out say, not saying I'm gonna be on board, but I love Roman Reigns' title reign at this point, Reigns' reign, because it just makes it more powerful in some way, and like actually, and I love the fact that we don't know who's gonna like win the title. So I'm on board. It's just with the new World Heavyweight title, it's kind of like ruined that in so many ways.
Yeah.
Looking over, I feel like no, Matt,
No,
no.
I just don't want to see, like, say, Rollins win and then fight Reigns in another unification match. I just don't want to see that again.
I'm going to put it out there. Like, there's one guy that should have the IC belt, the United States belt, the undisputed championships around the West, the tag team belts on his shoulders, both tag team belts, winning them on his own. NXT champion, he should have all them belts around him at one time. There's one guy that I think deserves it.
Phil
Sheamus. No.
Sheamus.
Matt, who do you think I'm on about?
Well, he's Irish, and he knows everything about WWE. He works with WWE for so long. Of course, you're talking about Phil Magner Connolly himself. Like, we all know he works with WWE.
Phil is he's on that list. Phil's on that list, but it's not Phil. It's not Phil. This guy is it's not Sheamus. Meg, do you know who I'm on about?
You know what? It's none other than Paul Heyman, because that man can sell ice to the igloos. Any belt he has, I'll believe he deserves it.
It's not Paul Heyman, but listen, this guy is, to me, the hottest handle on Twitter right now, the hottest wrestler in of all world entertainment right now. And I'm going to say, Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
I am intrigued now to see this.
I'm telling you, Dominic Mysterio deserves all the belts. He's done time in prison. He's come out a different man. He gets the heat off the fans. He's doing this really cool shit with Rhea Ripley. He's on time every week. He's a hard worker. I'm telling you this. Dominic Mysterio will be a WWE champion within the next 12 months.
Do you know which man deserves all those belts? Becky Lynch. That's exactly who deserves all those belts.
There you go. It's a woman's word, Meg.
But also, huge Rhea Ripley fan as well. You know, when I have two of them in front of me, I can't choose. So Rhea and Becky, I'm happy for them to be split between the two of them.
And what's great as well about Rhea is she's so nice. Like, we've met her.
Yeah, she's
have you?
Yeah. Being Jerry.
Oh, can I come along the next time? Yeah.
She's great workhorse.
If I have to go with someone that actually will dethrone Roman Reigns, and I know, okay, everyone still says still going to be Cody Rhodes. They're going to build up for the next Romania, but we talked about him. I would love to see him wearing two belts, both the WWE World Universal title and the Intercontinental title. I am talking about the Ring General Gunther.
It's coming.
I would love to see him dethrone Reigns. Having two champions with the unreal title reigns. Roman's just going to underestimate him, and Gunther will pick up the win, and he'll be the most over man in professional wrestling in WWE. So that's what I'm going to go for. Underdog one, Gunther.
Yeah, no, I think realistically, Gunther is the candidate. Look, he's a former NXT champion, IC champion. Obviously, he's from Vienna, Austria, and we have met him on OTT. We've seen him on OTT, guys. Look, he was Walter back then, but that's where we could have knew him on the indie scene. The guy is fucking incredible, and it remains to be seen who's going to dethrone Roman Reigns in the near future. But look, I'm sure a lot of opinions, they do matter. Meg's, mine, Matt's, Phil's.
It should be the hottest person, and there isn't anyone that's on that level.
I don't think Roman Reigns is even on that level right now.
Yeah, they need to have
he's surpassed himself. Like, he's come back.
Yeah, no, it's
ever since WrestleMania, a lot of people have gone backwards as well.
Yeah, no, it's something that's going to be. I'd say it's only a matter of time. Speaking of champions, Night of Champions is live Saturday, May 27th. And guys, this will be streamed live at the Macau Casino, Cork City. Also streaming exclusively on Peacock in the US and the network everywhere else. We now know that Seth Rollins will take on AJ Styles for the World Heavyweight Championship, and that will crown the first ever. Well, look, it's a new belt. I don't know how they're going to reflect, the old World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know if it get added to that criteria, and is it going to be on Wikipedia as, a new World Heavyweight Champion? I don't know how they're going to. Is it going to be a new kind of thing, Phil?
I think it should just continue on with the old one, I think.
Yeah, just a little gap.
I missed on one episode, but what they should have done with the reveal was, like, when Triple H was revealing the world title, instead of just showed the new world title design, I mean, I don't like it. I don't love it, but personally, it might end up growing on me. But it should have been the original world title, World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, the big gold, that was just perfect the way it was, leave it the way it
Thing
was.
as well, they have to put their logos in it because it's all about the branding. Like,
Yeah, it is. No, but like listen, we're all saying Seth Rollins is going to walk away with this belt.
I
I have
don't-
a
I'm not saying
sneaky
that.
feeling. I have a sneaky feeling AJ is going to do it.
AJ Styles will win.
I think he could win as well. Meg, AJ or Seth?
I don't know. AJ had his return at a very peculiar time, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think like Seth is just brilliant to watch when he doesn't have the title. It's all the shit talking about it to the people with the title. I'd love that character to continue, and I think if he got the belt, we'd still have the character. But the reason we love him so much and we all sing the song when he comes out is because he doesn't. We're rooting for him, you know, and we'll continue to root for him even if he loses. I think AJ could be a very deserving champ, but we all love Seth and we all love to sing it.
Yeah.
And
like, yeah, sorry.
Seth is a great laugh to be around.
Meg, who is the biggest star on that roster right now for you?
In Raw.
In all of WWE?
Not Reigns anyway.
It means
For me, I think it's Seth and Rhea right now.
Yeah, I think
They're the
will
ones
agree.
I look forward to every week. Rhodes fighting actually, do you know what really annoyed me when I was watching him wrestling? That movie does when he drops to the floor and then does something that used to actually wreck my brain for so long. And I'm like, it's growing on me, but it's so obvious when it doesn't work, when it doesn't connect. Like actually, right, this brings me back. I can't remember what pay-per-view it was now, but it was Orton and oh my god, who was it? I can't remember. It was Orton and someone else.
Must have been the Shield.
Say again? Shield.
The Shield, yeah.
I can't remember, but I think it was Orton and someone else, and someone gave a kick, and the camera was at the wrong. They meant to kick him in the head, and the camera was at completely the wrong angle, and you literally see the leg go here, and the head is here, and it's like, oh, just pass it. And it just reminded me of that angle. It just shows the importance, especially for televising, just to tell the narrative that you're trying to convey from the heel and the baby face. It's like, well, if we can see it doesn't connect, how are we meant to, believe that this person is after being devastated by this move, that was just a bit of a tangent, but it just brought me back to that.
What annoys me is when they're looking at the ref's hands. I go to a different angle, please, for the kickouts.
Yeah,
I was just saying, to Meg, welcome to WrestleSlam. You're not officially a member if you have one or two tyrants here and there, like so.
Yeah, we all have our rants. Trust me, our rants are beautiful.
That's always available as well. You know who to find me, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're a popular girl. We can find you. Don't worry. Right now, going to mention quickly, guys. Rebel County Wrestling RCW. You can get your tickets now at eventbrite.ie, and it's hooked on a feeling. Now that was obviously rescheduled to Saturday, the 10th of June. And I just want you all to know something right now, okay? Trust us. You do not want to miss this show. You really do not want to miss this show. So yet again, Rebel County Wrestling, it is back, RC Dub. And it's going to be at the Keno, Cork City. It's over 18s at 6:30 p.m. start, June 10th. So for all you local fans, people coming out from Dublin, all over Ireland, Belfast and beyond, RCW this June, and trust me when I say this, you won't want to miss it. Now, can I mention quickly as well, Inside the Ropes, our good friend Kenny McIntosh, all them beautiful Scots, they have announced that Inside the Ropes is coming back to Ireland. Cork and Dublin have been announced, so Cypress Avenue, Cork. Now, they haven't said Cypress Avenue just yet, but look, it's going to be Cypress Avenue, I'm sure. And they're going to announce the name or names in due course. But they've got 5 big dates. They're all big cities, Cork and Dublin. Cork being the biggest, of course. And people are speculating. No, we always speculate, and we got the last one wrong. It was Kurt Angle. We were saying maybe it was Jericho, maybe it was Edge. I'm just going to get one quick take. Matt Murphy, who do you think it is?
I'm going to go on them and just say Jake the Snake Roberts.
Good show.
But that's just me. Jake the Snake is always my favorite heel of all time in professional wrestling. I would love to meet him personally. That's just what I want to say. But gonna have to go with Jake the Snake.
Phil, who do you reckon it is?
Dudley boys.
The Dudley boys.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's somebody who was at the FT flow because it came out a week after they were all there. So
yeah. And Meg, look, these events are they're epic in Cork. If you could see one star come and you know, obviously look, it's never going to be a current WWE star unless they have some sort of a thing where they can get it in the contract. But it's probably someone that's kind of, you know what I mean, kind of floating about, maybe a retired wrestler. But who do you reckon that might come to Cork? We had Kurt Angle the last time. Rob Van Dam was rescheduled. No, well, Rob Van Dam was coming and he was actually in Cork, but it's just the flight was delayed. So who do you reckon it might be?
I'm trying to think who were my faves back in the day. Oh my God, I'm gone blank. You should have asked me this beforehand. I would have actually had a proper think about it.
Well, I hope it's Jericho. I'm going to say I pray to God it's Chris Jericho. I know.
Wasn't he his band here a couple of years ago?
Yeah, twice. Yeah. I was at one of them. Yeah, Fozzy. I still have the thing. You know, what's the thing? You know, the drum. The thing. What's that called? No, not the drumstick. The actual circle part. Boom, boom, boom. Well, I have that. I have that at home, signed by Fozzy and Jericho. The actual one they used. Yeah.
I actually can't think. I'm actually gone blank. I'll text you later and you can put it in the podcast notes.
Perfect. So yeah, look, it remains to be seen who's going to come, but we look forward to seeing who's going to come, and we'd like to thank Insider Ropes in association with Cypress Avenue Cork for bringing another act to Cork, and it will be announced, guys, in due course. And yet again, we have to talk all things Irish wrestling. Phil and Matt, obviously we'll all alert of No Limits Wrestling. LJ Clary.
New champion, yeah.
New champion. Congratulations, LJ Clary.
Living a beautiful life.
Living a beautiful life. And yeah, he's the MVP of Irish wrestling. So obviously new champ. It looked like a great show. Sesh Martina shining as always. A great card. And we'd like to say well done to all the crew at No Limits Wrestling. They're incredible. Incredible shows. Great venue in this. And we're looking forward to getting up to the next few in due course. So congratulations to LJ Clary, the new champ, and also an incredible roster there. And all the wrestlers that put on the great performances. Well done as well. OTT, they're obviously announcing a lot of stuff in due course, but this tag tournament will be incredible.
And the tag tournament is great, yeah.
It's going to be epic, yeah. There's a lot of stuff happening at this moment in time. And we got a message there a while back asking how do you get tickets for OTT. So they have moved from Eventbrite, as far as I'm aware, Phil. So you can get your tickets on universe.com. So universe.com, just type in OTT, and it's a tag tournament. That will bring you straight there. Over the Top Wrestling presents tag team tournament. It's obviously in Belfast, Dublin. And the lineup is incredible. You've got the girls, the lads. So do get your tickets ASAP. And yet again, you know what I mean, we're massive fans here of OTT wrestling in Dublin and beyond. You know, there's rumours they might come back to Cork. Obviously, they're doing a lot of stuff in Dublin, and obviously Belfast, Wolverhampton in the UK. And who knows, we'll probably see them some part of Europe in the near future. So looking forward to seeing that too. We've quickly got to touch base with Impact Wrestling Phil. There's been some great stuff announced due course. And guys, if you haven't seen our interview with Sammy Callahan, it is on our WrestleSlam YouTube channel. We were on with Sammy at the start of the week. What an interview. We'd like to thank everyone that has shared it so far. Yet again, Impact Wrestling Phil, give us the lowdown.
The big news coming out is Subculture coming to Impact, which I think they're brilliant. The WWE shouldn't have released them. They should have put them on NXT.
I agree.
They're really, really good tag team. PCO is coming for the World Belt.
Yeah, which is good.
Steve Macklin, yeah. So, and of course Trinity now is in Impact as well. So it's all moving along nicely.
It is, and there's a few surprises on the way, no doubt.
Surprises on the way as well. Like so, they always do. They always have great matches on their shows. It was weird because Sasha Banks was in the crowd last week watching Trinity.
She was. That could be a sign of things to come. Who knows?
I absolutely love Trinity's debut. When I thought everyone's gonna roll their eyes and like, oh, someone from WWE is now in Impact. No, they actually treated it handily. They actually did the debut well. Everyone was giving her respect. So yeah, I cannot wait to see what she's gonna be doing.
It looks like they're gonna build to Deanna and Trinity at Slamversary.
Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Makes sense. Big names, get the women's division talked about again. And yeah,
we talk about Jordan Grace a lot, but she's still a free agent.
She is, and I think she'll be. She's the next big thing. I'm telling you, lads. I think like you look at Deonna. Deonna is massive, but I think Jordan Grace is the next big thing. I really do.
Yeah, she's really, really good.
She's iconic. We have to mention quickly All Elite Wrestling surpassing more ticket sales. Phil drops around 8 or 9 bombshells here when it comes to All Elite. Phil, give us the lowdown first of all. Look, All In London ticket sales are incredible.
Yeah, I think it's over 60,000 now at the moment.
Yeah, which is incredible. Have they capped it at 70,000? Yeah,
72,000 is what they have.
So they will do the extra 12,000. There's no doubt about it.
It looks like it. Yeah.
Holy shit!
It looks like Will Ospreay will be on the show as well.
Yeah. Meg, will you try and get to London for All Elite? Look, I know you're a busy lady with all your ventures and life, but do you think something that might appeal? Seeing like Sting, what I mean, seeing CM Punk, all these greats in London, we might make the trip over, will you?
Oh, I was a huge Punk fan. Honestly, it was him or like Jeff. I was torn, ripped apart between the two. I think I could squeeze it in my busy schedule. I wonder, can I expense it somewhere?
Yeah,
go over for a meeting.
Yeah, you're on the road a lot, but look, obviously this is appealing. Like, and it's obviously great to see All Elite defying the odds. Well, not even defying the odds. I always said it was going to happen. They put tickets on sale, and look, people will want to get into it. Like, and it's great to see how far All Elite's come. The stadiums, it's cherry on the top, really, and it's the cream on the top.
And then it's weird because MGF was in an armory. Did you see that? MGF was in an armory yesterday.
Yeah.
So
we should troll him over that as well.
Well, if we try to troll MJF, he's probably he'll probably ruin us. Like, he'll destroy us. No, I'm good at,
you saw it up close in person. You saw him tell your man to F off.
Yeah. I stayed out of that one.
I remember Jerry was like saying that he wants to get MJF on the podcast one episode, and I was like, oh, you better have a good backbone if that's the case, because he will.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep the sunglasses on anyway. He won't see me budge, But yeah, no, look, it's I'm looking forward to All Elite, to be honest, guys. It's something new. It's something new.
The only thing is, like, they really need to get their act together, because this next show is next weekend. There's nothing for us.
Yeah, they've gone all out, like, with All In and stuff. You know what I mean? So it just remains to be seen what will happen.
As well, that they're starting during the second weekly show.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jerry's sunglasses, Jerry, why do you have a Manchester United wallpaper on your laptop, lad?
Imagine.
Liverpool are winning 2-0.
Are they really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Are you a United supporter or not, Phil? We're not escalating.
We'll catch Newcastle, or we'll leave United off. But yet again, look, there's been a lot wrapped up. Look, yet again, guys, don't forget RCW this June. It's a show you won't want to miss, and make sure you support all of Irish wrestling via, FFP. You know what I mean? You have Hard Knocks in Limerick, you have OTT in Dublin. You know what I mean? There's so much happening right now. You know what I mean? RCW Cork, get behind it all, and look, all these shows are always sold out, so it's credit where it's due. We talked about many things on the show. Randy Orton, what's going to happen? Obviously, the Battle Royal. History will be made. Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. People saying AJ's going to win. People saying Seth's going to win. Roman and Solo, will they be the new tag team champions via Night of Champions? NXT, are we going to see some old faces go back? And yet again, Cody will respond to Brock Lesnar's Night of Champions challenge tonight. So look, Cody and Brock is going to probably happen there as well. Yet again, do check out all our previous interviews and shows, and we'd like to thank everyone that has tuned our way the last number of months. We are fast approaching the 3-year anniversary, and yet again, look, we'll have some surprises on the way.
Well, hopefully Jonathan can join us on that time.
Yeah, Johnny Dwyer, he's one of the veterans, one of the OGs of WrestleSlam, and look, hopefully we get Johnny back on as well. But we'll be seeing a lot more of Meg. I know Meg is she's not camera shy, she'll pop up. So make sure you follow her on Twitter as well, MEGAN CRONIN. And yet again, as I say, guys, look, we thank you for tuning our way. For myself, Jerry Collin, for Meg, for Matt Murphy, and Phil Conley, this is WrestleSlam, brought to you by Manscaped.com and the Macau Casino, Cork City. We will catch you soon, guys. Adios.